BSdiscover, how you doing? This is a reaction video to one of my favorite YouTubers, somebody I definitely follow, somebody that I feel that we connect in a chosen type of way, if that makes any sense. But this video is quite interesting, so I want to definitely do a reaction on it. I'm thinking about what's going on nowadays and paying attention to the current events as well as events that occur around me or concerning me. So stay with me as I do a reaction video, and you can get some type of understanding why I'm always at tune with the universe and the energy that we display. Come on.
Every word I'm telling you in this message, because I think this is a prophetic message. All right. I don't know if y'all been having a lot of dreams lately. Okay. It's some strange stuff going on in the world right now, y'all. And nobody knows what's happening. Nobody knows what's going on. I mean, it's so much events going on. It's so much weird stuff going on right now that you should not go outside, not unless you really have to. Just put it like that, all right? This is your own domain, your place you stay at, wherever you live at. That is the most safest place for you to be right now, because it's definitely not outside. It's some real spiritual stuff going on outside, okay? And I'm telling you this by my own personal experiences, like what I've been telling y'all in the past few videos. Even I have seen and been in the midst of some really strange shit in the past few weeks. And I'm in a whole nother country, bro. Okay, so that tells me right there that whatever is going on is not just in one place. This is a worldwide situation that we facing right now. Strange. There's a very strange energy going around the world, and I don't know if it's because all these wars going on and it's just brewing up tensions. Because y'all know we in World War III. Okay, even though they don't say it, I think they don't say it because they don't want nobody to panic. They don't, you know what I'm saying? But we literally, world wars are happening right now. Even though it ain't in your backyard, it's really happening in other places. Because I talked to people from different countries and they told me, yeah, it's really happening. Okay, we in World War III right now. But they paint the narrative like everything is still okay.
Wow, really got the light on me today, but how do you feel? I mean, do you think something is actually going on today that man is not making us aware of because of fear, or people changing their ways, not following things because they figure they're not going to make it? But let me tell you one thing. Your actions will allow you to make it if you have the mental stability to. Because as long as you allow what's going on today to trigger your behavior, then it's going to trigger more than that. It's too easy. You have to be able to tell what's going on. You're not hiding in the house. Don't get me wrong when we say that, you know, your best place is to be home. Yes, your best place is to be home. First of all, you're protecting your home, your environment, or your space. And you're making sure that you have a space, a meeting place, a place that is peaceful for you as you figure out what's going on. Now, we all been looking at Trump. And me, most of all, if you know me, I have a lot to say against people who go against our president, because if you're smart And if you know that we're at war, how can you go after the only man who has the button to save you or the livelihood too? So his reaction and us just being against him is causing others to question what's really going on. Are people actually believing that Trump is this monster? See, it takes a chosen one to understand another person's actions. There's so much a man can't control, yet he's in control. But if you make him feel he has no control, that's mean you don't listen. That means the enemy could target you against a man who's in control. What did we say? We had our feelings, but if you're smart and you're chosen, you're gonna do the right thing. Your energy gonna lead you right. There's something wrong. You know, people are quick to say we're a targeted city if you've been listening, you know, and things are going on. But as you can see, things are going on where he at. Now, he left like a year, but he's being honest. He said things are going on. A tsunami close by, around the corner. Earthquake, 7.9. You haven't had that yet. You haven't experienced it yet. Why haven't you? You ever thought about that? Let's get into the video.
I just seen on the news back in the States, somebody unalived a baby. Babies are being unalived. This stuff is in the Bible. It ain't nothing new under the sun. Huge earthquakes are happening all around the world, y'all. It was an earthquake that happened out here in the Philippines. It was like a 7.8 or something, like big, like buildings was falling. Buildings and buildings was falling. Like, it's earthquakes and stuff just happening, y'all. Tsunamis is happening. And I'm out here on the other side of the world, you know, where all that different type of catastrophes happen, not just thunderstorms like in the States and stuff. Man, I hear about tsunamis happening right around the corner. You know, the ground is shaking over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really different. You know what I mean? And it's worldwide, man. And y'all notice how everybody acting so, everybody's so strange now. Everybody frustrated. Everybody's so angry, bro. It just looked like people just want to just blank out of control, bro. I'm telling you. Even out here, you know what I'm saying? If you a people watcher like me, I watch people, I observe things and stuff like that. I'm an observant, aware person. Self-aware, but I'm also socially aware. Okay? And I can see in people's faces when they walk past me, women and men, they not feeling right. They not happy. I don't give a damn how pretty she is. She ain't happy. I can tell people is not happy. And a lot of people are confused. You know, I see a lot of, I've been seeing a lot of white guys lately out here, like Russian, Australian. I just be seeing them talking and having conversations. Like, I've been seeing a lot of guys, like, having conversations with each other. And it looked like a conversation where it's like, man, is it happening for you too? Is it? I think a lot of people going through this, but they just don't talk about it. But I'm seeing groups of guys conversate and have these serious conversations where it look like they got the serious look on their face and they're like, I don't know, you too? I don't know what to do no more. You know, I can't take care of my family no more. I'm trying the best I can. You know what I can do to make this happen? It's like everybody's trying to get answers. It's like everybody's stuck. It's like everybody's stuck, and it's like everybody is just frustrated and tired. Everybody's tired of trying to make things work. I'm telling you, something strange is happening, yo. People are working so hard nowadays, bro. because everybody trying to pay off debt and stuff. Everybody trying to get ahead, but can't nobody get ahead.
Wow. You gotta excuse me. I got the air conditioner on, so I do have a sweater on, but it's cold, but it's good enough for me. But look, babies being unalive. I gotta look that up. But let me tell you my walk and understanding where he's coming at and my reaction, which means babies are not being respected. And I remember way before I came to New York, I had some people, deep conversations. People were leaving that side who is attacking us, which is the spiritual war. And they were telling me how people eat babies. And they were telling me how people do things to please this side. So we're at a spiritual war, and we're also at a war. That means anybody who has a spiritual contact with the dark side is going to attack you in a way that they know. So there's a lot of frustration coming on because we don't know who to trust. I mean, back in the days, people wasn't that, they wasn't that exposing themselves. They didn't expose themselves that quickly. They wasn't that in agreement to doing the things that they do in front of everybody. It's like no respect. People will say things, disrespect businesses, even other individuals on the outside. And whenever there's an entity of a bad vibe or spirit like that, things are going to happen because the energy isn't right. So you're not staying in the house because you're being afraid. You're staying in the house because that energy isn't right. And that energy is alive. It's not a dead energy. It's not lying down. It's attaching on the people. So people don't know the energy, and if you're not aware to fight the energy, because awareness is a way of fighting. I know how I should behave, regardless whether that energy is jumping off from one person's behavior to the next, because it's all negative. And whenever your vibrations are let down, or your fight that you have inside of you is let down, that energy is there to easily take over, and you lose control. And you find yourself cursing. You find yourself looking at people in a certain way. You find yourself questioning why that person is looking at you. You're ready to attack. Sometimes I walk in the street, I won't even, back in the days you could look in the person's face and say hello. I don't even look in the face because I don't know what to expect. You may come at me wrong, or you may think I'm looking at you. That is the energy that is out there. And in able to fight that energy, we all have to gather together and understand. And as he said, you see, there's people of different cultures. When I left Florida, there was rich people. I was in a rich neighborhood. Either I worked there or lived there. Close enough. And they were speaking of how people were taking over. And there was nothing they can do. And these are rich people. I'm saying I'm in a bank, for real. I was in a bank. And the white guy said, they taking over, there ain't nothing we can do. I was like, wait up, y'all got control. What you mean there's nothing you can do? And here it is years later, and here we at war. First of all, we at war with each other. And we shouldn't be at war with each other. See how the men of different nationalities came together and make a discussion? You try to have that here, people ready to fight you. But that's the way people gather to come against the situation. Or even a discussion is a way of fighting. Because you're going to get feedback. And that little feedback that you get will be enough to help you get through. But if you don't get no feedback, then you left not even knowing. Do you understand? And this goes out to the people who are actually running away from this dark entity. And you think they're not going to fight for their people as we go through the war and chaos and other things? Because in wartime, they did send soldiers in on foot to destroy the country. There's all kind of commands to get to a certain state or continent. There's all kinds of ways. The first way is to send the people on foot to confuse the people. And once we confuse them and keep them away, and I got somebody standing right next to you, now it's time to attack. But how would you know if you can't even have a discussion? Let's check this video out.
I'm telling y'all, bro, they is trying to choke the air out of everybody. You ever seen wrestling, bro? Where they pull your leg back and he pull it tight enough. You pull it tight enough while he on top of you. You pull your leg back. If you can't tap out, if you can't break out of that lock he put your leg in, it's called a submission. If you can't break out of the submission, you tap it and then the match over and then your opponent won. That's what America trying to do to all the people. They trying to squeeze the life out of everybody by making it tighter, and they pulling the rope further and further and further away until everybody crash out. And I don't know if y'all be watching the news. Oh, watch the news. Oh, bro, the news right outside your door nowadays. The crime rate has increased so dramatically, you can't even go outside no more, bro. I'm serious. And this was when I was back in the state. I was back in the States feeling this because I had a high level of energy. I got a spiritual energy. You feel me? Like I'm a spiritual being, you know, but I'm not a religious person. But I can feel stuff. I know when the tension in the air is bad. I know when it's a dark cloud over anywhere. Don't go outside not unless you have to. I don't know what it is, man. But it's like, it's crazy. And I don't know if y'all seen that movie Disclosure that I posted on the community tab, but that movie was strange too. It makes you wonder about some stuff like, man, like, why would they show us that movie in these times? And then you got all this stuff going on about these disclosures, these alien disclosures and these entities and stuff they showing us. Like, bruh, them ain't no angels from heaven. Whoever they is, them fallen angels. Because if you in the Bible, I remember, I don't know if word for word, somebody posted below if you're a Bible scholar, but I'm not a Bible scholar. But I remember in the Bible somewhere it says all of the angels that was kicked out of heaven, they on earth. Where else they gonna go? They still on earth. And it seems like they are trying to introduce them to us as like good beings or something. Like it's like they slowly trying to let us know, like, hey, these are your people. These are our people. They come to save us or something like that. It's just strange. And they showing us movies. They just disclosed all these files. You can go look up on the internet. And it don't seem right. I mean, it's mysterious. It's interesting. I went and looked at the files myself. Remember, I was trying to let y'all get the files, but ain't nobody hit me up because I think y'all, I don't know what's wrong with some of y'all. Like some of y'all ain't really avid learners like I am, I guess. I'm just a nerd. I guess I'm just a genius. But yeah, I've been reading some of the files and stuff that they got online that's available now that they had classified for all these years. And I'm just like, bro, this shit is crazy. It's crazy that they had, this shit was happening back then, but they didn't tell us about it. It kept it secret. And if you read all the stuff, it really sounds like it really happened. Because it don't seem like AI wrote it. It don't seem like somebody was lying. Like all the stuff that they have in these disclosure files, it's a lot though. You gotta read a lot. But it just seemed like it's legit true. But when you reading through the stuff, it just seemed like it's like a something. It's not godly. Just put it like that. It's not good. It's nothing fruitful coming out of this information. It's nothing fruitful. Put it like that. It's not roses, peaches, and cream. It's not. It's like darkness. It's like darkness. And that's what the outside feels like. It feels like darkness. Like when you walk outside, even though it don't be dark, it just feels like darkness. And you just see a whole bunch of people pretending to be happy. You see a whole bunch of people acting like they're living a good life and acting like they don't know what the hell's going on. But I starting to feel like everybody picking up on what's going on out here.
Hey, man, what you think? Do you think there's something going on? Are you feeling that dark cloud? I mean, are you seeing that people pretending to be happy? Because actually, if you look at people, or if you go to certain places, you can see the change. You can see people are not in abundance. See, anything that is good, there is abundance. And out of that abundance derives some people who's halfway there, who's close enough there, who's attached to that abundance. But because of this dark entity and everybody's trying to save themselves, because that's what happened, they detach themselves from saving because they allowed the dark entity to take over. They no longer have that magnet to get people to be drawn because they are naturally afraid of this dark entity. So their strength and power is being weakened. We see that at the White House. We see that once people started quitting their position, people don't quit their position or resign. We have a lot of powerful people resigning. That's a sign right there that there's something going on. And there's too many within these 8 years. So if you see that there, of course, it's going to downsize close enough to where you at in your home, in your area. Because, see, that abundance was attracting us. We're here now. We're that far. The control that they have, they don't have anymore. So there is something going on. And if I recall, I remember Africa and certain other government people came and said how they were sending other people to America. And I was paying attention. To keep them strong. Not to keep us strong, but to keep them strong. And if you notice, there's a lot of dark people that are black, with hazel eyes. But they're not naturally black. Naturally, they're white. They didn't come from Africa. You may think they did, but no. They got a lot of people in London who's just that dark. They got people in Puerto Rico who's just that dark. They of that nationality, which means you may think they for you, but they're not for you. They're part of the pulling you back away from the people who are for you, and they turning you against them. Because if I could turn you against your leaders, I can have more control over you. Because I'm going to feed you now, secretly. And I truly believe people are being fed secretly. They are paying the money to take care of their household and turning them against their own country. Now, that's a theory of mine. I'm a person who watches behavior, and I watch people. And a lot of people was talking about this money, this people paying. I pay attention to conversations around me also. Somebody paying somebody to do something. So that's why in this dark entity, you're not supposed to love money. Because when you love money, you're willing to do anything. Back in the days, we had a hero, somebody who made it to allow everybody to survive. We don't have heroes, not too many. Because they got to the mentality, they got to them. They got them thinking, it's all about you. It's all about you surviving. Yes, it's all about you surviving, but you was made special to help many others survive. But they done broken them down because they don't even know who to trust. You got businesses who are having people actually come into the businesses, paying them to take over, and the businesses aren't even making sure the government get all their money. How they're not doing that? They're not reporting certain things. You go on the bus drivers are not letting the passengers pay. That's when I definitely knew something was wrong. Because if the city don't get its money, or the business person, then something is wrong. See, they mad at the government, but when you mad at the government and you don't do your job, thinking you're robbing the government, when you're really robbing us. The government has money, but he still got to give the money back out. But when you think that you're fighting the government back, but not reporting certain things, and not allowing people to do certain things what they're supposed to do, they go that dark entity taking control. Now, what about the fallen angels? We all know about that. They're not angels. These are people who's been on this earth. And if you notice, I don't know, in some photos, you can see people who are introduced to us that look like they could be aliens. They have a big eye and a small eye, a big head. Are they real tall? About 10 feet tall. That was chopped down a long time. God took that away. Just like us surviving at the age of, 400 and something years old, like Moses and them. All that is taken away from us. But when you start to see it again, you know it ain't God. It got to be that dark entity that knows his power and who's trying to trick you to think that's him. So you begin to be friendly and thoughtful. You know that's not the cause. That's not the way. The dark entity is there to take your life. And the only way you can fight is through the goodness of your heart. And once you lose the goodness of your heart, you've lost it. You lost the opportunity for abundance. Let's get back to this video.
And it almost feels like we walking amongst demons or something. Like when I was outside recording my video, I stepped outside today. Congratulations. I stepped outside, but I stepped outside because I had to. I told you, don't go outside now unless you got to. Don't be wandering and mingling. Like, don't be going out with your girlfriends. Girl, come on out here with, man, shit, not now. Not in these times, man. It's rough out here. And I ain't trying to say be scared. I ain't trying to say live in fear. No, we don't live in fear. I'm just saying, make all of your time count. Okay? Don't do nothing that you don't have to, because it'll be a waste of your time. Now it's time for crunch time in your life. Now it's time for you to put the distractions aside and really focus on you and doing what you need to do. Ladies, it ain't no time to go and be mingling with dudes right now. These dudes is crazy. I'm serious, man. Ladies, y'all got it the worst because y'all vulnerable. Okay? If I was a woman, pause. If I was a woman, I wouldn't be going out on no dates like that. I'm sorry. I wouldn't be going to no dude's house. Not unless I know what he do and I know what he stand for and I know him well. Okay? I see what he got going on. But if you just randomly meeting people because you trying to get ahead and you think this guy is gonna get you a step ahead of where you at already, you is making a bad decision, boo. Sorry, it's not smart. Not in these dark times that we living in right now, because like I said in my previous videos, everything is a transaction nowadays. Everybody wants something for nothing, period. Ain't nobody hanging with you because you beautiful, because you beautiful. Ain't nobody hanging with you no more because you got the big badonkadonk. Ain't nobody hanging with you because they think you can, yes, they think you can give them something. Is that what you want to do? No, keep your goodies, boo. Y'all, keep this energy, bro. Keep this energy. Keep this life force. I'm telling you, peaceful right now, being at peace right now is the most priceless thing you can have, because the world is not at peace right now, y'all. I don't care what nobody say. I don't give a damn how many games they show y'all, football games, soccer games, basketball games, parades in New York City. I don't care. They're going to show y'all that. They're going to show y'all that and make it pretend like everything is running as normal. It's not, bro. It's not. It's not normal. Man.
Wow. So, like you said, you know, see, the enemy is going to feed you temporary satisfaction. I'm satisfied. If we win a basketball game, but that doesn't stop the crime. Actually, more crime than we ever saw. And people don't want to admit to it because of that dark entity, that dark cloud that is over us, that a lot of people don't know how to fight it off. Your actions. Listen, there's a fight over there. I'm not going to walk into the fight. There's a gunshot. They're shooting guns. We're not walking into the gunfire. It's the same as the dark entity cloud. When you know something is wrong, you avoid being outside, because that's how outside has that spiritual realm of darkness out there. That will, for whatever reason, you have to fight for your peace. You're looking for a peace what the president can give. You got to get your first peace first. And then when we come together, can you imagine all that energy of peace getting together? But we can't get there. Because first of all, we got to still respect each other. People are losing respect for the next individual. Oh, you can't hang with me. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. I may not be doing it because you don't know what the plan is. I'm a spiritual person too. I know how God can sit you aside. Because that's his own fight for you, for the enemy. While everything is going on. You ever see people sit at the bench playing basketball? The good players is on the floor. They doing what they got to do. But let one get hurt. Somebody got to get off that bench and play for that player. And it's somebody who's capable. They ain't going to use anybody. You're capable. So he has to sit you aside. But if he needs you, he's going to get you in position. But he know you acting right. He know you ain't stirring up no trouble. Therefore, you can sit on the bench and get ready. How many of you can sit on the bench? How many of you going to let that dark entity get you run into the gunfire? Against your own people, against your own neighborhood, against your own businesses. There's a blackout. You robbing the stores. That's your neighborhood. That represents you. That could be your house. Can I call you off the bench? Are you going to do the right thing? So yes, we have to make you happy by throwing these sports your way, making them win. But what about when you walk away? Now it's your life. They won. Now how you going to win for your household? How you going to win for your children? How you going to win for your neighborhood? Can we or can God call you off the bench? Let's get back to this video.
I missed the whole college basketball season because I know it ain't normal no more. I missed the whole NBA playoffs and the championship. I know who won, New York Knicks, but I ain't even have the time, or I ain't even have I wasn't even interested in watching it no more because I can feel the weight of the world. Why would I watch a basketball game when I know the whole economy is just falling? Don't make no sense. I can't zone out like that and just entertain myself over some dudes running up and down the court when I'm not even getting the type of money that they make. The hell I gotta watch this for? I'm trying to get some money myself. And it just blows my mind how everybody is just watching these games on TV, and these soccer games and these sports games and shit, when the world is falling right before our eyes. It just goes to show you how many people are just stuck in the matrix, bro. And this is exactly what they wanted to look like, because they don't want nobody to know what's really happening. They don't want nobody to know what's really going on. And whatever it is that's happening, it's happening. Slowly but surely, something is brewing up, something is happening, and it's close. It's close. It's close. Like I said, man, I don't know what it is. I don't know, man. My whole idea of what's going on, I think they gonna say something like, if it ain't the disclosure, the worldwide disclosure of who we living amongst, it's gonna be another lockdown, period. Because it seems like that's what they want, especially in America. People are crashing. Bro, did y'all see the New York parade? Bro, people is beating up people. People is at a parade where they won the damn game. New Yorkers won the game. Bro, they fighting each other and stuff in the parade. That ain't normal. I don't care. That is not normal for parades, bro. It's not normal. It's not normal. Hate me if you want. I know what's normal. I've been to parades when I was young, and they was happy and fun. That going on, that's what's it's like a ritual. Parade they just had for the Knicks, that was like a ritual. Something. I don't know what the hell they put in the air. But them people was crazy, man.
Wow. It's amazing. I've been on Facebook all day. Spiritually, chosen ones, we're going to hit each other. Trust me. He's in a totally different place. He's talking about New York. He's talking about how he know how the Knicks, they were fighting each other. And at that point, you lose respect. If the Knicks do not come back, no, they don't control the people action, but they are influencers. And influencers can influence the people on how to behave. Paying somebody bill who's been obstructed by what happened, that's paying that person bill, but you got the whole world looking at you. That's when you have to feed. I can't feed half of the congregation. I got to feed the whole congregation. And whoever is blessed, but truly believe there's going to be a lot. When he started talking about the Knicks, I was like, wow, boy, you in Thailand. And me, I am embarrassed because we as New Yorkers, when it came to sports, we knew good sportsmanship. And yes, it had to have been a ritual. It had to have been people sacrificing New Yorkers. Listen, there are people in this dark entity that going to act like they're walking with you, but actually they are against you. Because New Yorkers, we don't fight each other. Not over no game. Nor no seat. This is something real going on. But that was an opportunity for them to work on you and to work on us. To have you question the fans. See how they turning people against each other? Now they're trying to turn against fans. Remember fans only? That's a shocker. And that already answered my question. I am not alone in knowing what's going on. But I'm mature enough to know, to do better, to want better. We need better. Because our children, if you are feeling like something is going on, what about your children? And if you don't get it together, you're going to lose your children to the enemy. Because they're going to make it seem like if you don't follow us, well, you're going to lose everything. And that's what's happening. We're losing a lot of our children, but the mature ones, and you mature ones, keep hanging on. You may not watch this video, but my word's going to get to you. Keep hanging on. Because there's always a way out in the end. But you got to want good to be good. Let's get back in this video.
Crazy over it. And I'm just saying, bro, just look at the crime rate. Look at all these events that's happening day after day after day, every day, every day. It never stops. It's happening so fast. It's happening so effective that it's just, it should be obvious that something is happening right now that is not normal. And it tells you, if you're smart and you got wisdom, don't come outside and go outside, go anywhere. Don't do anything now unless you really have to. Like, don't go outside now unless you got to go to work. Walk your dog. Go to the grocery store. You know, regular stuff that you would do. Just do that. But don't be just hanging out, just doing random stuff, bro, because I'm telling you, we living in some wicked times, man, where everybody just trying to get it how they live. And ain't no telling what's on people's mind. Ain't no telling what's on people's mind. Ain't no telling what people going through, man. You know what I mean? So I'm just giving y'all this message to let y'all know to be on y'all swivel. You know what I mean? Drink this water. You know what I'm saying? Try to stay sober as best you can, even though you want to roll up. I know smokers challenging me the other day. Man, don't you know Wiz Khalifa smokes all the time, so drink. Yeah, but you ain't got Wiz Khalifa money. You ain't growing your own weed garden in the back and can see exactly what you smoking. You get your smoke from somebody else or a store. You don't know where they grew it at. You don't even know if it was grown in the first place. You don't know what the hell you smoking nowadays. And they got stuff inside that's knocking people off. Y'all don't believe me? Look it on the internet. Look it on the internet. I'm just trying to tell y'all, don't come outside. Don't do anything now unless you don't have to, man. Now unless you hitting the gym. Okay, hit your gym. Do what you got to do to stay in shape. Do your yoga. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh, you want to read? Get some books? Yeah, hit the library. Get your books. Yeah, go get your books. I really suggest everybody to read books nowadays instead of watching this damn internet, because they lying on the internet about everything. Nothing ain't real no more. We don't know what's going on because ain't nothing real no more. They is literally saturating everybody with just superficial information. You have to get back into reading nowadays.
Wow. Yeah, I knew he was going to say something. But let me tell you something about when you're chosen. I told you before I even came to New York, I have anxiety. And something else I don't have to tell you. What's up? I'm here just to add this in. Listen, I'm not here to justify smoking. You know, it's a med for most of us. Just like alcohol before it became legal. And still legal, people have their own issues, but don't abuse it. Don't abuse it. If it was not for it, it would not have saved many. This goes out to we the people. And when I joined Morgan & Morgan to help for the fight of medical marijuana. So it was a legal fight. And I feel nothing bad about it. You know, everybody has its own opinion, but people have to let people be. When right is right and wrong is wrong, you're not doing it just to be doing it, you're doing it because you have to. Until next time, hope you enjoy BSdiscover.